Right, we're kind of up to frame 275 now, which a quick bit of maths means, I don't know, I think it's about 23 seconds, something like that. And what I'd now like to do is bring on the little doggy, and also we're going to put a bone on a bit of string. Now, I could do the bone on a bit of string as a movie clip, but I'm going to make, I'm just stay with layers in the main scene, I think, to be honest with this one. So what I want to do is this. I'm going to add another layer here. I'm going to drag that to the top so I don't get too confused. And I'm going to call this one, we'll just call it bone. And we're going to insert a keyframe here. And what I would like is I'd like the bone to move from around about here across to here on a bit of string and then ping back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag on the graphic for a bone and just pop it off screen over here. Now this is a very important graphic, so I'm going to right click because it's going to move, and we're going to convert it to a symbol. That's what I was looking to do. And I'm going to call this GRP bone. And it's a very important graphic, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to press OK. So it's use different names. Oh, it's my fault. I've already done this before. I call it GRP Bone 2. There we go. And I'm going to press OK. Now, I'm going to want this bone to move from here to here. So it's time to insert another keyframe. And I'm going to put that there. Oh, got a white background. That's because I'm going to need to extend that background. In fact, I'll just extend that quite a long way actually, because I'm going to want that there for a while. So we'll just insert frame and we'll go back up. And what we want here is we want the bone to move kind of on the same level. Let's put it around about there. I think that'll do. And then we want the bone to go back. So 295. We're nearly up to that magic 360 marker. Insert a keyframe, and let's push that bone roughly back to where it started from. Because it started off the screen, I'm not too concerned about them being exact. No, actually, no, I should be concerned. Let's do this properly. Let's have it start and finish from exactly the same place. Copy and paste in place. Fantastic. So what we want to happen here is we want the bone to move with a motion tween, like so. And if I just do I won't bother entering it. You can quite clearly see the bone is going to go across the screen. I would do a quick enter. There we go. There goes the bone. Ooh, and back it comes. Okay. Now what I'd like is, as well as being a bone, to be on like an elasticated piece of string. I think it's called a bit of elastic, basically. So I'm going to add another new layer, which I'm going to call sorry, excuse me about that one. String. And I'm going to pop a little keyframe in here. Put a keyframe. And in fact, I'm going to just pop some. No, I won't do it yet. Let's go back to the keyframe. I want to draw a bit of string, and what I'm going to do is just take a pencil. I've already set this to about 4.25 to get a nice sort of thick line, and I'm going to attempt to draw a kind of like a collapsed piece of string, which with a touchpad is really rather difficult to do. But let's see how we get on. Oh gosh, it's not the best in the world. And let's have that sort of join the bone there. That's not too bad. Fantastic. So let's go to frame 285 and we'll insert a keyframe. Now the thing is that actually I want the bit of string here to be still attached to the bone. So I'm going to just free transform that. I'm going to drag that all the way over so it's on the bone there. That's about right. But of course I want it to be much thinner. So I'm going to do this, and I think we'll bring this one down, and we kind of really want to make that pretty flat so it looks like it's gone quite stretchy. I'm kind of happy with that. Okay, let's go to the next one, and we'll insert a blank keyframe, and we're going to need to copy this bit here, so we can just copy that, go back to here, and we'll just paste that in place. And now, because this is a line, it's not a graphic, we're going to go back, just like we did with the owl's eyes at the very beginning. We're going to shape tween that. And what we get is something, if I just run this little bit now, we get something like this. Woo. Now, I'm going to be pedantic. If you think about it logically, the bone's going to go out, but when it gets to this point, it's almost like it would go out fast, and then it gets to the end, the elastic stretches, and it would slow down, and then it would slowly go back and pick up speed, and off it would go. So how do we slow this down? Well, what we do is this. Just on the motion tween, here, I'm going to increase the easing to 100. And I'm going to go on the shape tween as well, and I'm going to increase the easing to 100. And if we just run this by increasing the easing, that means as it gets to the end, it'll slow right down. And there we go. But of course, in this one, what we really want to do is to decrease the easing, so the bone it goes up, increased easing 100, slows down to a stop, and then we want it to go the other way around. This one starts fast, finishes slow. This one needs to start slow and finish off fast. So at this point, we'll take our easing right down to the bottom. 97, let's see if we can get down to 100. Oh, and on here, we're going to take the easing of that bone all the way down. And now what we get is this effect. And that's much, much, much better. Now, that's pretty complex, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this movie here and give you a chance to see if you can animate an object. It could be a bone for a dog. Not a good idea, could have done that so much. Maybe you could have a little ball of string for a kitty, or I don't know, something else. What would I don't know. You can think of something on a piece of string that something could chase. So yeah, go and have a go and see if you can play around with that and get that easing technique correct.